everybody. Thank you for joining us here at Louisiana Hook and Shoot. Brian here. Just wanted to share with you a little bit. I know we did the overview the other day on our Viking Profish reload, but today got some exciting news. Viking Kayak USA, of course, has given us a demo unit to go around as we do our sales calls and such like that of the Profish GT. And today, I want to give you an overview of that, some of the features, some of the things that are different about the GT than the reload. But we're excited about having it. Let's jump right in. First, let's just go ahead and do a quick 360 on this Profish GT. I tell you what, this is a go anywhere, do anything kayak. I was in it yesterday and the second time that I've been in a GT, and I tell you what, it is super. And I really love this kayak. So let's jump right in. So comes standard. Again, comes standard with the Viking seat that has the holder for the Plano box and the water. That's nothing different than what was on the reload. It has 4 flush mount rod holders. Now, the one thing that we did change on the Profish GT and the new reloads is these pad eyes that the seat connects to, both front and back, are now stainless steel. We did that because they're stainless, but because they're a little slimmer and it makes these snap hooks snap in and out a lot better. We listened to you, so we changed it. Also, new this year, matter of fact, latter part of this year, this last shipment, we have added 2 HD Railblazer starports, 1 on each side. Now, what that's for is the optional accessory of the high seat. Now, what we've done, again, here at Viking, we have heard you. A lot of our USA market, they like to have that seat that sits up high. So we've done that. It is out of test. It is out of prototype, and it is in production. And we should have some of those ready for sale at our retail, at our dealers in November. Last of October in 1st of November. Now, it has this same hatch that the reload has. The dry storage hatch in the front right here where you sit at, because, I put my wallet, I put my, we went through that. Also, standard is the tackle pod. And y'all know about the tackle pod. It's a great feature. It has the footrest, the foot pegs, and also it has the storage hatch as the reload does. It has the storage hatch as well. Now, new this year, this storage hatch or these for 2020 and going into 21, this storage hatch cover is a little bit more pliable material. We had some that were saying, hey, it's kind of hard. Well, we listened, we heard that, and it's a little bit more pliable, still water resistant, waterproof. The dry hatch is dry. I've got extra flotation devices. I've got Nathan's flotation device in here. I put my shoes. It's a huge compartment that's up there, so you can store all kind of wonderful stuff up there. And again, great kayak. It has the rod storage area on the front right there. So if you want to strap your rods when you're coming back through the surf, and that type thing, and that's important to all those that are coming in on the surf. Now, here's something that I do want to probably one of the biggest differences between the GT and the Reload. The Reload comes standard with the rudder. The GT comes rudder ready. So if you would want to buy the optional or the accessory of the standard rudder kit, this is what that would look at, the Viking rudder kit, and it comes ready to go. It's got the toe tabs right here. It's got the rudder. It's got the rudder installation mounting bracket. It's got the cables for operating the rudder. It's got everything you need in one convenient little pack for mounting on the rudder. Now, new again, past my model. If you'll remember, on my model, there's the rudder on my Reload. What we've done, again, we've heard you, and we put stainless steel eye bolts right here in the rudder kit, as well as stainless steel carabiners on the end. So what does that mean for you? Well, that just means that you run these cables through right here, and you mount that bracket, you slide that rudder in, and you just clip it on. There's no tying, there's all that kind of good stuff. So we listened, and very proud of that. Now, that is basically the GT. Now let's get into some of the other things real quick. Now I'm gonna show you from the bottom what it has and why it is so stable in the water, which is different than what the GT or what the Reload has. It has a reverse chine. So if you'll notice, the edge here is flared out. The edge here is flared out. So what happens is the front of the kayak, again, it cuts water and paddles like a dream. But it has that reverse chine, giving it that pontoon boat effect. So when you put this thing in the water, it basically is sucked to the water. It is not a tippy boat whatsoever. It is super stable. And the next thing that I want to show you, when I showed you my Reload, I had this chill pod in, but I'm going to show you the GT. It works in the GT as well. You slide that bad boy in there, and you're ready to go fishing. Now, that's the chill pod that I had in my Reload. So now I can flop back and forth. Now, the next thing I want to show you, which makes these boats so great. This is the standard tackle pod that comes with the boat. Of course, it's got nothing in it. We saw that the other day. It is ready for transducer. This is segregated from the rest of the tackle pod, so you can mount your transducer, you can mount your electronics on there. I'm going to pull it out and show you real quick. Those of you there's where your transducer mounts. Bada boom, bada bing, it's ready to go. So, now, here's what I love. This is our demo unit. This is the standard tackle pod. Now watch, I'm going to slide this one out. And we're going to walk over here to mine. This is my tackle pod that I use fishing. We're going to grab it. We're gonna walk it over here to this GT, which is exactly what I done yesterday. Boom. Clip this pin in. Clip this pin in right here, y'all. And I'm ready to go fishing. Now, what does that mean? That means that my transducer, everything, I'm ready to go. I've changed kayaks and I am ready to go. Just by simply putting in my tackle pod. I've got my 2 HD Starport Railblazer accessory mounts up my GPS, my fish finder, got for my phone or my other camera. I am ready to go. Now, people ask me, what do you have in here? Let's just go through here. How big is this tackle pod? All right, well, I got my thermocell. I've got 2 of the Plano 520s. There you go. I've got my sunblock. I've got my rag. I've got my leader line, my leader material. Right there is where I've got my battery for my electronics. I've got my fishing license. I've got a knife. I've got some hand sanitizer. I've got my pliers. I've got my fish, my de-hooker. I've got my fish grabber. And I've got one of these. Now, I keep this in here. This is the Plano size 5'9". And what I use voodoo shrimp. And they're of a different composition, and you can't mix them with soft plastics and everything else. So I put my voodoo shrimp in there. I've got some extra rope. I've got an extra bungee cord. And I've got a multi-tool. And I've got my measuring device. Actually, this is my son's measuring device because I lost mine overboard. We won't talk about that. Got another knife. And so this thing has got room for days. But that's my fishing setup. So, the biggest question of all, and we keep getting this, can you stand in a Viking? All right, so I'm fixing to answer the question, can you stand in a Viking? But first, I want to show you the other thing that I love about this GT. You ready? You watching it? I want all y'all to see this. You ready? Got it? 57 pounds. All right, folks. My wife don't know I'm doing this, but I'm in my swimming pool. And the question is, can you stand in a Viking? Can you stand in the Profish GT? Well, first, there's the question of fishing. I can fish all that. This is the beauty of the tackle pod. Everything is right here. Everything right here. If I need to measure a fish, it's right here. Ain't no fighting around and fumbling around and looking for things. The next thing, I have a cutting board if I want to cut my bait. This is for gulp. I got my gulp shrimp right there. My electronics are right here. I can put anything I want to right here. It's all my fishing stuff. I've got another right here. I've got a rod holder here, got it all here. If I had my chill pod in here, I could get it right here. All right. This boat is super. I just want you to see this. How quick and agile, how it turns. Now, I'm fixing to answer the question. Can you stand in a Viking? I like to come up to here. Oh, I caught a fish like this the other day in my reload. come up. So then everybody wants to know, well, can you paddle while you're standing up in a Viking? Well, I think that answers the question. Can you stand in it? And can you paddle in it? Can you go backwards in it? Yep. Can you go forward in it? Yep. Folks, she's super stable. You can stand in a Profish GT. You can stand in a reload. Have a video of that too. All right, folks. The other thing you can do on a GT, you can sit sideways. I don't know if there's anything you can't do in a Profish GT from Viking. See you later.